Your wife gets angry, she gets mad, she gets pissed off at you, that you know the storm's coming. And so for most guys, what they do is they say, well, what can I do to just kind of escape this? What can I do to say just the right words, or just the right mix so she calms the fuck down? What can I do to avoid this altogether? How do I just keep my wife from getting pissed off? And so for most men, they're like, it's just not worth getting in a collision with her. It's just not worth having this storm at all. So I'm going to modify my behavior. I'm going to modify the way that I talk, and I'm going to modify how we operate in this home so that we can all dance around mama's storm. And this is the problem that men have all the time. They get afraid of their wife. Maybe in the beginning, maybe you were in this place where you were powerful and she was all over you. She was just like, I love this guy. This guy is everything that I want. And the sex was going phenomenally. Then you have a couple of kids, you have a mortgage, maybe you started running a business, and over time, you just get worn down by it. You just get worn down by the collisions and the conflict and the fact that she's kind of coming at you hot, or maybe she's just upset, maybe she's worried, and you have no idea how to get her to calm down without just turning it even worse. And maybe what you're doing is you try to talk to her more about it, and it just gets worse. So for most men, I'd say 95% of men, they just take a step back. They don't want to deal with it. It's just easier to say, you know what, she's having her moment, I'll just come back later. And so this is the wrong approach, and this is why your intimacy is suffering in your marriage, and this is why you're having a hard time with your wife, and this is why you're not intimately connected anymore. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn this around. My name is Ed Baxter, and I help guys in betrayal situations. The process of being with a woman for 50 years or a woman that you're dating is pretty much the same. For us, it's just science. Because we know the patterns, we know the solutions. It's not that complicated. You have to make a commitment for yourself. That's what it means to be in Soul Seducer program. That's what it means to work with me directly. So that you can learn to handle your emotions, so you can learn to see right into a woman's soul and seduce her from within, to create this garden that she can actually thrive in. We'll get you to that place where you make the right decision for you and your children. Look, when your wife is mad, she's angry, she's frustrated, she's sad, she's having a huge emotional fit, she's not looking for you to fix it. She just needs to be held and made sure that this storm that she is in is containerized properly. She needs to feel the strength of your presence. She needs to feel the strength of your calmness. And she wants to be in this place, be like, he's got me. I can feel that he's here. And even though I'm spinning out, I know that I'm safe here having this emotional storm. You see, most men try to fix it because that's what guys do, right? We're fixers. We're these guys that say, you know what, I'll fix anything. And we're designed to do this. Our brains are uniquely wired to find a problem and find the simplest approach to solve it as fast and efficiently as possible. But see, for your wife, when you approach this to her, she feels like you don't even give a fuck, you just want her to shut her up. You're like, no, actually, this is the problem, baby. Just do this and it'll be fine. And she's like, no, you're not hearing me. I need you to feel where I'm at. I need you to feel me having the human experience that I'm having. I don't need the fix right now. The fix can come later. I just need you to feel that you're here with me in this space. Guys don't see it this way. Guys are like, because that's how we approach each other. Dude, just fucking do this. What are you doing? Oh, that's a good idea. Shit, I feel so much better. And so for guys, if you're upset, like if you get upset about something, you probably just say, yeah, I'll calm the fuck down when the problem is solved. I'm sure you've seen that and felt that many times. Yeah, I'll calm the fuck down when that kid gets off the PC, when he puts the Xbox away. I'll calm down when we get some discipline in this house. And so for guys, we're this action-oriented thing. We want a simplistic result. We want to hit it, and when it's done, we're better. For a woman, she needs to process the emotion before she gets to the solution. For men, they got to get to the solution before the emotion goes away. And so it's the opposite of how men operate. This is why we're always going towards the solution first. I'll feel better when we get the fucking fix. She's like, I got to manage this emotional state so I can think clearly enough to get to the fix. This is why when your wife gets worried about you getting angry, she's worried about your emotional state. She's not worried about the fix. She's worried about, oh, I got to manage my husband's emotions. This is freaking me out. He's losing control. And so what she does, she tries to figure out ways to manage your emotional state. Because what she's doing, she's projecting how she operates as a woman onto how you operate as a man. Just like you're projecting how you operate as a man onto how she operates as a woman by presenting the fix. And so when you try to present the fix, it dismisses the entire emotional game that she's playing, and she feels isolated and alone. She feels like he just wants me to shut up. He doesn't really care that I'm having this experience. He just wants to get my emotions out of the way, and he just wants this happy woman all the time. And that's not me all the time. And so she comes to this place where she feels emotionally abandoned. So what you need to do is just look at her emotional storms as a test of your leadership in a relationship. You don't have to fix anything. In fact, the wrong approach is always happy wife, happy life. Your job's not to make your wife happy. You realize that, right? You're not there to make your fucking wife happy. You're not there to get her approval by fixing all her problems and doing all these things so that she'll love you and fuck you forever. That's not what you're there to do. You're just there to watch what's happening with her, not be reactive, and just see the storm happening for what it is. And then set the container. What are the limits and boundaries of this storm? You might want to set these up for yourself. Like, what are the limits and boundaries of the storm? What are you willing and not willing to accept when she is in this state? And can you hold this state, this place where you're opening it up for her, giving her permission to have the emotional storm? Yeah, baby, you're angry. Cool. Show us. What's going on? Tell me what's happening. So when you do this and you say, hey, do whatever it is you need to do. Show me your anger. What's going on? Yeah, your anger is valid. Absolutely. Why wouldn't you be fucking angry? It's stupid. Yeah, tell me. What else is going on with you? What else? I get it. Totally get it. It's fucking bullshit. What else? Yeah. Just stay grounded. Let her do her thing. Just be non-reactive. This doesn't mean be a logical robot like Data on Star Trek. No, it means just watch her having the experience and to be present with her. Being present means get the fuck out of your head. It means be with her in this space. Maybe feel into her a little bit. Maybe you'll feel the emotions in you starting to rile up too, but you don't have to be of it. Emotions aren't reality. They're just things that happen in conscious awareness. So just watch what's happening with her. And so once she's unpacked it all, solution will come later on. Oftentimes, she'll come up with a solution on her own. She just needs this space for her to just open it up and talk about it. And she needs you to help her facilitate it. Like, that's all I had to do, really. I just had to sit here and listen to her while she just kind of figured it out on her own. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But the problem is most guys cannot do this because they get wrapped up in her story and her narrative. She's like, oh, she's upset, which means she doesn't love me. Oh, she's upset, which means I must have done something wrong. And all his trauma from his past with his mother starts to come up and is projected on his wife. Oh, shit, she's upset, just like mom used to be upset at me. Fuck. Oh, she's upset. My ex-wife cheated on me when she'd get upset, so I'm going to get cheated on again. Yeah, so you start reacting from your pain and stuff. You can't actually see the woman in front of you. You're just reacting from your own pain. Most guys are reacting from their own inner problems. Oh, she's upset. What do I got to do to fix it? What do I got to do to fix it? And so he gets caught up in his head, and he's not in his heart, and he can't actually see her, which is all that she wants from you is, hey, can you stay in your heart and see me right now? Can you not just lose your fucking mind when I lose my mind? And so guys will lose their mind, and then she gets to this place where she's like, I don't feel safe to express to you. Now I have to temper myself, because if I get all upset, you're going to get all upset. And this is where your wife will say that she doesn't trust you. This is where your wife will be like, you are not an emotionally safe place. Because if I get upset, there is no container. You get upset even more. And now it's all about you. It's all about you and how you're feeling. And I need you to hear how I'm feeling. But you've made it about you by losing your mind and getting upset and talking about all this other shit. And so in this place, she feels isolated. She feels unseen, unheard, ununderstood, completely. So you have to look at it as her anger isn't a call for battle. Although she might want to tussle with you a little bit, it's a call for your strength of leadership. It's a call for you standing firm in who you are and being self-assured. And just noticing that this is happening, but not be of it. You can feel how she's feeling, but you don't have to immediately think that it is like you're the fucking problem. That you might have done something that maybe didn't agree with her, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to get all riled up and spun up with her. And just see what's happening. If she starts calling you names, she starts belittling you, talking down to you, now we set up the walls of container. Hey, that's not acceptable. You can be angry, but you cannot attack me. If you have anger and you're expressing anger towards me, that's fine, but you cannot attack me and question my character as a person. So we got to set some boundaries on how it works. This is part of the container, right? We open up the space for the anger to happen, and then the container with how it should reside. And so when you're doing this, you're helping her solve this by just getting her to talk it out. And then once she's talked it out, she's got all her cards out on the table, what's happening, you're going to ask questions to make sure that all the cards are actually out on the table. And you'll notice she'll start picking them up and coming up with a solution on her own. And in this point in time, you can ask her, would you like some help with this? And she might say, no, I'm good. Or she might just stop and be like, you know what, thank you so much for just being here and listening. That might be all you have to do. You might find that this only takes 10 seconds. You might find that this particular topic might take 3 hours. If you have never done this with your wife, there's probably a lot for her to unpack, and it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot of repetition over a bunch of things, and you're going to hear the same subject over and over and over again. This is just how it's going to be, because it hasn't been unpacked properly, maybe for decades. And then when you end this, you're going to find that there's going to be a sense of intimacy and connection in here. Now, for a certain number of you guys, you're going to say, my wife's a total bitch, she's a narcissist, she's got borderline. I run into these storms all the time, and I don't know how to get around them, I don't know how to manage them, I don't know how to bring her back into her heart, I don't know what I'm going to do. And for that, I'm going to tell you, you picked the wrong woman. Yeah, sorry to say, the woman you got is the woman you got. And so for you, you have to have rock solid container for how this can go. And that means your boundaries are going to have to be rock solid as well, which means that the only way your boundaries are going to really work is because they're going to have to be enforced with the one rule, which is I am willing to walk away from you permanently. So for some of you guys, like, my wife's a bitch for 35 years, and I can't get her to ever take responsibility or turn around or anything like that. And it doesn't matter what you do. You can do this all day long. But if you're dealing with a personality disorder, you're not here to fix her. You're not here to have her see the light. You're not here to take responsibility or be the guy to let her see what that is. She's a grown-ass fucking woman. She needs to take responsibility for how she is approaching life and how she is showing up. And for you, all you're doing is creating a container for her to reside in. At the end of the day, you have to say these are the limits. And if she keeps going outside the boundaries, well, then you have a boundaries problem. And that's a subject for another video. But at the short of it is you have to be willing to walk away. So I'm going to leave you with this. She can feel angry. She can feel crazy. She can feel upset, super sad. But at the end of the day, she needs to feel that you are there with her and that you can open up the space and it's always welcome and that there's a container for it. She needs to know what the limits are. She needs to know what the boundaries for it is. And from this place, you can now relax and then reside in your leadership. Anyways, brother, I hope you liked this video. If you want to know how to do more of this, you want to be absolutely lethal and get your verbal jujitsu in gear, check out Soul Seducer in the description below. Brother, if you like this video, obviously hit like so it shows up on other men's feed. If you want more, obviously hit subscribe. If you found value in this, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.